It's all right up in here. Mr. Man back. And I ain't went nowhere. You know what I mean? Super high up at Tippy Town with Superfly. You know how we do it. Real big, what? We gon' take it round on this one, baby. Come on, let's go around. Y'all already know Mr. Bad live a real cool life, and you enjoy it when you really get to get what you like. You know the nice outfits, the $200 nights, start the ice out shit. Never worry about the price. Big brims in the pop.
Got a lot going on X. I know you do too. And Rollo's been wanting to watch. She's wanting me to watch American Werewolf in London right now. So, yeah.
Good luck with that.
So, let's just get this show real quick, and then we'll go from there. So, I want to welcome everyone to another episode of Anger Management's Real Shit Talking. I'm your host, Sasha. We got Richard. Aaron's not going to be available. And we got Xavier again from Point of View Podcast. How you guys feeling today?
Blessed and highly favored, man.
I'm doing real good. Here to talk some shit.
You ready to talk some shit already?
Yeah.
You know, we bring insights on talking sports and trying to keep the anger down to a minimum. The key word is trying. You know, for these past couple of weeks, you know, sports-wise, it's been exciting. You know, we had some good games, good upsets, controversies going all over the place. We're not going to talk about your Colts, Xavier. We're going to leave them alone for the day. But I will be.
And I promise you, we win in that game by 5.
Against who?
Denver.
Against
we winning that. We promise you that. We winning that.
Let's proceed.
Hey, when we come back
today.
All right. When we come back,
go there today. Next show, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, you know, all the, you know, the good old sports and things that would happen and good breakdown. But this time, I want to talk about some controversies because for the past couple of weeks, we've had an influx of a lot of stuff that's been going on here. Robert Sarver has been asked to step down from the Suns. Ime Udoka has been, suspended from the league for banging, a coworker. Brett Favre stealing to his injury. So I mean, let's talk about stuff like this, guys. And let's start with the old gunslinger Brett Favre, because I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows. Brett Favre is accused allegedly of the part of some type of fraud, of stealing welfare money for a building in Mississippi. The thing what killed me the most is nobody's really talking about it. Do you guys think that this is right or wrong, the way how they're going about it? Because think about it. There's been a lot of stuff that's been going on in this that happened. People will drag it out. But Brett Favre, it's barely a whisper.
Yeah, that is crazy. Because now that you did bring that up, that should be a bigger topic than Ime Udoka. That should be a way bigger topic than that. We shouldn't be having it here like that. That's some fucking Real Housewives of Atlanta type shit.
Exactly. I mean, so who cares about personal life, man? I mean, that's makes no sense at all. Okay, yes, he's not faithful. Okay, what does that have to do with this basketball? Or is he hurting anybody besides him?
Yeah, we understand the contract he shouldn't do. You suspended the man. That's that. Move on. We should still be talking about Brett Favre stealing from fucking pork. Like, that's crazy. This man has a whole Wrangler fucking what do you
commercial.
Yeah, he has money. So I don't see why he's doing this. That makes no sense.
Yeah. So who was I listening to the other day? I was listening. Who was that? It was Shannon Sharp. You ever hear Shannon Sharp said about all this?
Yes.
Oh my.
They should have tarnished it already. I talked to people that was in the room when Brett Favre went to the Hall of Fame, and nobody mentioned about text messages that he sent to that jet masseuse. Nobody mentioned anything about the addiction that he suffered from. But yet T.O., they brought up everything. Can you imagine if T.O. would have had an incidents like Brett Favre off the field? T.O. still to this day right now would not be in the Hall of Fame. Yet they walked right past it like Brett Favre did nothing.
That is true. I give you that.
The problem that I have with this situation, you got to be a sorry mofo to steal from the lowest of the low. Skip, Mississippi is the poorest state in our country.
It is.
Its citizens. So if they're the poorest state, Brett Favre is taken from the underserved. You made $100+ million in the NFL. And they're talking about, well, he didn't know. This is what Brett Favre texted. If you were to pay me, is there any way the media can find out where it came from and how much? So if you got to ask this question, is there any way the media can find out? You already know you're doing something wrong. The mere fact that you don't want anybody to know. So you know you're doing something wrong. And Skip, he wanted to seem so philanthropic. He wanted to change the perception of the narrative. He take money for some damn volleyball arena.
Well, his
daughter played. You see what Brett Favre did for his alma mater? No, he didn't get no money came out of his pocket. He stole money from people that really needed that money.
Yep.
Man, this is embarrassing. And he's not the only one. Ted DiBiase, a former wrestler, even Marcus Dupree, a great running back at the school that you loved growing up, Oklahoma. He got money. You got to be really low to take from the poorest of the poor. Brett, you ain't got enough money? Okay, Skip, listen. You know you're not supposed to have this. But how about go give the damn speeches? They're paying you to give speeches, and you didn't even give the speeches. And now you won't even pay the money back. And they fired one of the guys that say he tried to recoup the money. They fired him he was a Clinton appointee. This was political.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you get the money back? Have nothing to do with politics. The man and this is what we know. Skip, when black and brown people do fraud the government, they hell bent. You get an EBT card, or you get WIC, or you get stuff like that, boy, they move heaven and earth to try to put you in jail for $400 little measly dollars.
Fact.
Now this man done took $1 million. Somebody got $3 million. Somebody got $400,000.
Yep.
And they sitting around like, well, you know, it happened, and we'll see. And they're gonna get more money and do it all over again.
And to your point, the Mississippi Department of Human Services had to file a civil lawsuit against Brett Favre because he had not paid back the interest he owed on the $1.1 million that he was fraudulently given for giving no speeches.
Right. And he won't even pay the 1.1 back. He won't even pay the interest on the money.
Right. It's $228,000.
I mean, you got to be really low.
Yeah.
You got to be really low. And people and politicians, you got to be really low too. To know that this money is supposed to go to the most underserved, and you take it and give it to people that's made millions or got millions or have the potential to make millions, and you're willing to do that, you're willing to let your people starve, you let your people go underserved, and Brett Favre, you took this money, ain't nothing, Skip, this is what we know.
Yeah.
If people like you, there is nothing you can do to turn them against you. We've seen this before now. We see what's going on right now. We got people bending themselves, becoming contortionists, trying to explain away what somebody doing with top secret documents at their location. They bend themselves in pretzel. They looking like Neo in the Matrix.
Yep.
So nothing Brett Favre can do. But he's been a sleazeball. He's been shady for a very, very long time.
To all of your points, the one thing I'm pretty sure about is Brett Favre will not be seen in any more national TV commercials from this point forward.
Why won't? Skip, they knew about this. He's still in Copper John. He's still throwing passes Jerry Rice.
This will end that.
Whatever.
My goodness. And he hit on like people pass over everything they want to pass over. If you are a good old boy, like we said earlier, if you are a good old boy, the good old boys look after good old boys. And that's what happened. He went go ahead.
You know, my bad. You know who his attorney is, right? It's Trump's attorney.
I mean, so you
good old boy. The good old boys.
I mean, they really feel that we're just dumb enough and we don't understand and see all, like, we haven't seen this. This is the same old song, all around the world saying. We've seen this before. We know what's going on. So we know he, like I said, it's gonna be pushed back behind the stove or under the rug, under the coffee table, like it always do with them. and then whatever then luckily at the same time, well, let's put this story out right now. I mean, at the same time, we're gonna put the Udoka story out, which is, yes, that's a marital issue. Why does the world need to know about a marital issue? Yes, it happened within. It happened within, but there is no reason for it to be plastered everywhere. I don't care if I don't care if it's even in a clause, and to have that clause, period. I mean, I get it.
Right.
You can't tell me Phil Jackson ain't had a good night. You can't. I mean, even who's old buddy in Miami?
Eric Spoelstra.
No, he's had a bunch of them.
You know, or you got
you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's crazy, like which ones they pick out and what little things they want to pick out. Just to pull the wool over your eyes. But like I said, when it comes to Brett Favre, and we already should have known he was backwards because you can't spell your name right. That's not Favre. That's Favre. I know what I see when that's not Favre. That's Favor. That's what your name is. And they gave you a favor.
You know, one thing I was just thinking about real quick, X. I was thinking about, remember last year when Urban Meyer didn't join his team after a blowout loss. And was it against Cincinnati when they lost, when the Jaguars lost, and he stayed in
yes no, and then he's at the bar and everything, with hands on thighs and doing all that kind of stuff.
They talked about it, but then let it go. And I know, and again, it was out. Again, your boy Brett Favre, he talked about it. And nobody else said anything else. But yet again, we got Ime Udoka. Everybody is sitting there dragging his name all over the place. And I'm pretty much.
You already said, if you pay me, will the media find out about this?
Yep.
Skip.
That's about as damning as it gets.
Skip, you don't think I want to do something for my school, Savannah State? Hell, I would like to give it a $5 million, $10 million donation. But I will not put myself to try to seem philanthropic or this great benefactor and to take from Georgia's poorest. They're most underserved. Why the hell would I do that? Now, it's probably going to be in my state. Yeah, when I'm gone, yes, Savannah State, I'm going to leave money for Savannah State. But I ain't got it like that. And I'm not trying to be philanthropic to try to show everybody I am, where I steal from one. I rob Peter to pay Paul, so people look at me, man, look at what Shannon Sharp did. Bro, for a volleyball arena, $5 million to you're the poorest state. Your people need help the most. And you do this, and then $1.1 million in speeches. Who the hell are you going to talk to? Poor people don't want to hear no damn encouragement. They need help. They need supplies. So what? You give them a pep talk? What the hell? What speeches is he going to skip? Tell me the speeches that he could possibly give.
But what kills me the most is the way how. And you know what? And I think I alluded to this a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about Brett Favre. How Brett Favre was taking painkillers before games, drunk before games, almost lost his wife, sexting people, doing all this stuff. And not one person talks about it, but yet, and your boy Shannon Sharp brought this up, and he's being for real. T.O. did, he's just,
annoying.
He was just annoying. Yeah, you said annoying. But yet, this man is generally a first ballot Hall of Famer, hands down. Yeah. And it took him 3 freaking years to get in. For just because he was annoying. But Brett Favre, he got in the first time because, again, like you said, he's that good old boy.
It's just fucking crazy.
So I'm not a big fan of this, about this, and nobody's not really talking about it because your people are trying not to tarnish his legacy, tarnish it. But you know what? I've noticed I was all over social media, and people are really not fooled on it. They just don't like the way how he's not in the spotlight like a lot of people. We brought up we brought up your boy Michael Vick. He was the one who with the dogs, but he spent 2 years, and everybody's over here getting on him saying, "Oh, I don't want him around my dogs," and he had to go to sensitivity training.
out there boycotting them with picket signs in front of the game, before the game. No, we don't want them in our city. We don't want them in our city. Shut up. Like this, your brother and sister just killed someone last week. You ain't worried about it. Shut up.
About 30 animal lovers gathered outside the Philadelphia Eagles NovaCare complex this morning to protest the football team's signing of convicted dog fighter Michael Vick.
What this guy did to dogs is disgusting, and I don't care if we win a Super Bowl. I will not watch the Eagles the rest of the season. I will not go to the games that I have tickets for. And if other people want to support it, I think they're absolutely nuts.
As Vick spoke at a press conference with Eagles coach Andy Reid and his mentor, former coach Tony Dungy, protesters picketed outside carrying signs and wearing jerseys with the Eagles logo crossed out. Some even brought their dogs.
It's morally awful for any team to sign Vick after what he's done. I think that anyone who strangles and electrocutes dogs with their own hands cannot be rehabilitated and doesn't deserve to play, especially not for $1 million plus salary.
A few supporters of the controversial signing were also on hand. The team confirmed Vick's signing Thursday night. Vick was sentenced to 23 months in federal prison for dogfighting, a sentence that was finished last month. For Delaware Online, I'm Matt Sweeney.
Sexually assaulting someone. How many times has anybody that was just brought up, but then it disappeared. Like, okay, well, he's a good quarterback. He's probably the greatest Steeler quarterback in the league in the era. I'll argue with that. That's another place for another time. But how come nobody ever talked about this shit? It's like, to me,
maddening sometimes.
It is maddening, and I don't want to. And you know what? I'm trying to stay away from the racial component. But you know what? If it walks like a duck and talk like a duck,
quack.
I'm trying to stay away from it.
Affleck.
X, you got something to say?
Nah, man, it's just it's not much you can say about that. We already understand. Like, we see what the agenda is. They're not going to talk about it because it's obviously something bad. But it's one of the, like you said, one of the good ways. They can't have that all over the place. So.
Well, we try to stay out of the political realm.
Yeah.
Unless you're kneeling. And then that's your number one topic for maybe 3 months.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know something? It's so freaking funny how everybody took him kneeling, and Colin Kaepernick said
he was right.
Not having a job till this day.
To this day.
I find that so flipping hilarious. He said verbatim, I am bringing awareness to the injustice for Black people or people of color against police brutality.
And someone said, I don't like that.
But yet now at the end of every end zone, they have end racism or something like this, or some kind of peaceful words about equality and shit.
Don't get me started on the NFL, man.
On the end of the fields and shit now.
The NFL is a joke, man. And I'll say this right now.
That's why I love college. College is a better built good old boy system. They know how to hide their stuff.
That's true.
I'm saying,
I'm sorry, X. They know how to hide it. No, the reason, because think about it. Because before George Floyd, the NFL was like, nah, we're not going to do all this kneeling stuff. Everybody stand at attention. Now all of a sudden, end racism and all this other crap.
Because when you see a murder happen, you're like, you know what, that really probably didn't need to happen. and then they get like, oh my God, honey, did you see? Police been cutting up Negroes like hotcakes. I mean, come on. I mean, it's stupid, man. I mean, if you see something, like you say, like we said, if it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, it's a duck. So, I mean, if they see it's like, I mean, it's at a point like, all right, you know what? He might have had a point. We can't put him back in the league now. It's just too late because that'll just make too many people mad. But and by this time now, I mean, he's probably no good anyways. By this time. Let's be real. He
ain't coming back in this league, man. He that's a pipe dream for him now. He just he had his chance 4 years, at least 4 years ago.
Take an example and says he kneeled, so they was like, nah, fuck that. we gonna get with the time, but look, another motherfucker Neil. Guess what?
let me tell y'all something.
Don't
Look,
dare
look,
Neil
look,
over here.
look,
We're saying to end racism. We have these signs on our back of our helmets and on the back of it. We're trying to fight racism. How are you going to end racism with just a sign?
let one of y'all get up at it one more time.
The time, but hey, that's on us anyways. Though I'm saying like that's just me. That's just me though.
No, hey,
Another time-
I'm with you. I got. Hey, we got all the power. Hey, if
It's the
all
sign.
if all of them left right now, it's, hey, I'm not playing this week,
Yeah, we the ones doing the sign.
That'd be the most boring game of all.
bro. Like they wouldn't be able to play.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to play.
No. But the thing that everybody's more worried about money and their endorsement, their
Clout.
their clout, their clout and all this other stuff. They're not looking at the bigger picture, not knowing you actually have the power. College football, pro football is not going to go. I mean, that's just it. They're not going to go.
They too worried about the money. Like when you was talking about Tua, like I feel like, and this is just my opinion. I feel like that's on him too, because
most definitely.
You knew how hard you got hit. You knew you was dizzy, but now you out here trying to get paid, bro. You worried about the money, so you wanted to get back out there because you could have easily said you're not good. You could,
yeah.
Hey, the people back home waiting on it. The people back on they waiting on it. Say, hey, no, for real though. Hey, he's taking care of villages out there.
Yeah.
So I'm saying he it's a little on him, but still it's most. I say it was mostly on the Miami though, because it was obvious. Like dude was stumbling. He shouldn't have went back in the first game.
No,
he shouldn't.
By no means. By no means.
He shouldn't even.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk. Since we're on to it, let's go ahead and talk about that because me, I guess I was ignorant to the fact because at first I'm thinking if he was cleared, I'm thinking a doctor would have, he cleared him, and so I mean I'm thinking he's okay. So why is everybody else saying, oh, he shouldn't have played, he shouldn't have played? But then the NFL looks like they're covering everything and they're firing the doctor who cleared him. And I'm probably with you, X.
I heard
say so.
I heard it was like a specialist or something. Like it wasn't even like one of the doctors for the team doctor.
Yeah, it was one of the third party, mutual one of things. That's what it was. So I mean, but let's be 100% honest. You don't think he can pay a little bit also?
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah.
So say, hey, we're gonna make sure you're taken care of regardless. Whatever happens after this, you're gonna be taken care of.
Wouldn't surprise me because you have to. I mean, let's be for real here. They knew what they're doing. Miami knew exactly what they were doing.
I feel you on that too. I feel like they do know what they're doing, and it was perfect timing. It was like, okay, cool. This is the perfect time to get there because they don't want Tua. They want Lamar Jackson.
No, they don't.
They want Lamar Jackson.
Oh, you think that's what's going to happen?
Yeah, they want Lamar Jackson. They're getting they're getting Tua out of there. They're gonna try to get because they got enough money to pay Lamar too because they just paid Tyreek. So that's where Lamar's heading.
Wow. You don't. I mean,
Wouldn't put it past it. That's not too far.
I'm over here, because they're gonna have to pay $250. He turned down $250 from Baltimore.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be of course way more, but they're willing to set that new bar. You see what they're doing now. They were trying to push Tua to make sure they saw like Tua is not a bad quarterback, but they know that's not what their franchise needs. They saw the opportunity to try to go for Lamar, so they
great
good record right now. They make sure he put his all on the line. They got Tyreek already locked in. Go get him.
So you're screaming controversy.
Oh yeah.
Hey, same thing with Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, they blatantly. They blatantly fucked Tyrod.
Wait. You say you passed his rib cage and got to his lungs. That was what you're saying? You've done this thousands of times.
They fucked Tyrod Taylor literally.
Yeah.
It's an injection. You've been doing this, like you said, 1,000 times, and all of a sudden, right before the game, we got his lungs, and you can't go in. Justin, go in. It's your team now. Come on, man. Y'all knew what y'all were doing.
I said that. If you go back and look at my Facebook, I said it when it happened last year. So I said they just ruined that man's career, and they did.
Yeah. mean,
He had to pretty much start over.
pretty much. Yeah, and you know what? Because he wasn't playing bad, and he wasn't playing bad.
He wasn't in San Diego. He wasn't.
No, our first game, he played.
They were shocked, but once again, hey, even if it's California, there's still good old boys in California. Hold on, we that's what about that first round pick we got?
Oh, you talking about Justin?
Yeah,
And Justin, I like him. He's real nice.
he is, but I don't like having to ruin a man's career and injure a man to get him in there.
Yeah.
Hey, it might have been a mistake. I don't think it was a mistake, but it might have been a mistake. I don't think it was though.
I think it's way too much of a coincidence, if you ask me.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's way too much of a coincidence because the way how it happened just right before kickoff. It wasn't right. It wasn't.
And he ain't gave up range yet. Since.
Yeah, that's not at all. Because he came in, of course, he put up some numbers against Casey, and they lost that game. They knew right off the bat. Okay, fuck it. You know, you're our quarterback. You're taking over right now. Just like right now, I guess I want to ask you these questions, and let's be for real about your boy Ime Udoka. How do y'all feel about this whole thing that's surrounding him? Just everything, not just the fact that he's suspended for a year for having sex with the coworker, but the way how it's being handled.
It's definitely not being handled right. Yeah, for sure. It should not be the talk of the fucking. Every time I turn on ESPN, they shouldn't have that conversation 3 to 4 times a day. I shouldn't keep hearing about this. And we understand, like, okay, he's suspended. He did what he did. If it was in the clause, it was in it. Oh well, end of that. So yeah, it's definitely being handled the wrong way, and we all know why.
And we don't want to go that route, but I mean, it's like, but like I said, but every time they always say, don't play the race card, don't play. But like in every aspect of our life, it's what it is.
It's hard not to.
In every aspect, I mean, like I said, like there's been scandals. Like even let's be real, Bill Clinton didn't get this much publicity. I mean, like Trump, I grabbed about it. It didn't get this much.
No, it didn't at all.
So it's like it's weird. It's like I get it. I don't know. Actually, no, I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's just, to me, it's too much coincidence to me. It's like black head coach just went to the finals. Like he's doing great.
Oh, hey, and he replaced the white man that everyone thought was going to be awesome. Was it Brad Stevens?
Aha!
Found something. Now we got him. Like,
oh, we finally got him to do something now. You know, one thing is I was just thinking about, because we're all talking about this, and I was remembering when Rick Pitino had admitted that he had sex at his restaurant with some lady. They talked about it just one time, and that was it. It was consensual.
He's a legend. You don't want to tarnish his.
Yeah, but the thing is that he admitted to doing it.
I know, yeah.
They had sex on in the Louis at his restaurant.
Right on the warmers.
Yeah. And they talked about it just for a moment, but yet everything was cool with Rick Pitino. And I'm just thinking, like, right now, okay, so Ime, so he banged out one of his coworkers. So what? You know what? Neil Long on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Friday, I liked. Everything else, I don't give 2 shits about her. So what? He's banging her. Ime's banging her out. That's his girlfriend, fiance, whatever. But we're making a big deal about it. What I don't like the most is the way how Malika Andrews on ESPN is really throwing his name in the ground.
Like he turned her down or something.
You know what's crazy? She was Neil Long came out talking about it. Like she's 100% back in Ime Udoka.
Right.
Like you don't find that odd? What is that? You don't find that suspicious? Like, That has to say, and even Nia Long's ex-husband, who her son, the baby daddy, he's backing it too. Like he's saying, like this is all in house. Like he's so it's obviously something. It's not as deep as it is for them to keep blasting it, but they're trying to make it bigger than what it is
to save that good old boy.
It definitely is.
Some Steve Curry, Mark Jackson type shit.
Hey, have you guys? Did y'all see that shit when Kendrick Perkins was trying to correct Malika Andrews?
Yeah, and she did not go for it.
She was
not happy.
She was not happy. She shut him down. She shut him down and kicked him right off the field. Like, thank you, Kendrick. She dismissed him like what the fuck ever. If I was Kendrick, I'd go up to Malika and say, "Don't you fucking ever in your life."
But you can't do that then, because you become a star, then you can't be on TV no more. Yeah. She knows what she's doing. She's trying to get a rise. She's a baiter, and she's trying to she lays it out there. I missed that time. I'm gonna get him next time.
Yeah, let the emotion talk for her anyway. She was all speaking from experience. She was feeling it.
Shit, yeah. I guess this is why. And I'm gonna sound sexist when I say this, and I'm at the point I don't care. This is where I was telling Rollo why I don't like when I watch sports with women who don't really watch it, because you don't really understand the concept about with people who really played the game. You're just watching and you think it's one thing, but it's actually another. So when somebody with experience is trying to break it down to you, and you're just trying to correct him, you're correcting somebody who knows what's going on. You don't do that. Unless you were there. So when Kendrick, to me, he was trying to correct Malika.
And she didn't like it.
She did not like that at all. And that's why I don't watch the Super Bowl. I mean, when I watch the Super Bowl, I gotta watch it with the homies because I'm telling you. My wife, she never says anything unless when I watch my horn, she want to come and sit down. Like, oh, why did you shut up? Don't you say a word. Why? So you never want to come watch no football with me until it's my team, and then you want to sit there and critique. Oh, the other team's doing good. Leave, please. I'm pretty much the same way when it's the 49ers. Don't sit next to me when the Niners are on. You value your life, because if you say something stupid, it's not going to be, okay, dear, you're fine. No. I'm going to erupt.
Give me that ring back.
Shit, you may not want to marry me after you hear the way how I'm going to be an asshole. I'm just saying. That, and again, it's not being sexist, and I don't care if somebody said that I am. It's just that when I hear Malika Andrews trying to correct Kendrick Perkins, and hell, even Richard Jefferson about something, I'm like, these guys played the fucking game.
I mean,
20+ years.
Yeah.
Or so.
Real quick though, so how did this even happen in the first place? Like, how do they find this out? Like, because we all know, okay, they found out because basically the husband of the alleged lady saw it through a door cam that they were on the phone or some shit. Mm-hmm. How does that get like this? Is he taking that to the team and saying like, hey, like or did he like post?
If you're a bitter husband, yes. You know what your husband, your head coach is doing with my wife when he's supposed to be coaching while y'all losing in the finals.
I want to see. I want to know how does that happen? Because if you're going looking for stuff, I feel like then you be talking about what's going on, or what's his name, Tom Brady's divorce. Like, dude's getting divorced. Dig into that. Look into that. What's happening with that? Talk about.
This is just me because personally I didn't think it was worth trying to read up about all that. I didn't want to get into it because, again, I'm probably with a lot of people. I don't care about it. I just think that, okay, so he violated, he was banging somebody out. So he's suspended. I don't want how we found out. That's
because it's all over ESPN. That's how I find out. I was like, yeah, like I about to say I would see stuff like that. I saw like titles and stuff, but I didn't really like pay attention to it. But once you're talking about it on ESPN, like I gotta listen now. This is going on and stuff. But like I said, I can see the same thing. I see Tom Brady getting a divorce, but we don't hear it on ESPN. I never say talk about that. What's going on? Dig into his personal life.
oh my God!
It's the GOAT. You can't mess with the GOAT. It's all about prestige, and then we have yet to have a person with that much prestige yet. Michael
Right.
Jordan, to this day, they still say, "Well, you had a gambling problem, right? you know he like to drink.
Yeah,
like we've yet to have anyone with that much prestige yet."
No.
Yeah, that is true. There's you got a good point there. This is where I guess I don't want. Why I said I don't want to throw the race card because everybody knew about Jordan.
Quack.
Everybody knew about Jordan's gambling. Everybody knew about Jordan's everything about him, his infidelity, everything about it. But because he's the winner, he's the greatest of all time. You don't want to say anything about him to tarnish his career. But we knew what he was doing. We all knew Jordan. And the funny thing is, I never really thought about it until 2005 or 2006. But don't we all think that Jordan was probably the reason why his dad was probably killed?
Probably so.
Yeah, I heard it and I said it too. And I've talked about this and I've debated so many times with people like that too. I bring it up just to hurt people's feelings in that argument. But yeah, I really, because like that's why he got his dad killed gambling. Like I knew that's what happened. His dad wasn't a big gambler like that. That man had
was LeBron's dad around?
Hey, they still looking for that. Hey,
Jordan wins again. Shut up.
You want to know what's so funny too? And this is something else that me and my boys talked about. And I'm going to say something really harsh, but I don't care. But it's funny how nobody always talks about LeBron James' dad. LeBron James is probably the greatest of all time right now. And no man stepped up to say, I am really LeBron James' father.
Because you gotta have the big old balls to do that, bro.
And now there's been two people already that did it. This last person, and he's supposedly has the brother. So I'm gonna say there's a lot of stuff coming out now.
But what I guess I'm getting at is I'm not buying Gloria James was this innocent woman who just ended up getting pregnant with LeBron.
Careful.
I don't buy Gloria James.
Careful.
I don't care, man. I'm sorry. There's just way too many things that's going on that I'm like, come on, think about it. Gloria's sitting there. She's dating one of his teammates. And then she did do
that. That did happen.
Yeah, she's dating, and then she turned around and dated some whack rapper.
Xavier, that's another L for. I'm sorry. You got to keep the teammates off home.
Where is that man now?
No, that makes it worse. That makes it worse. She let anybody hit. Let's just call it what it is. She dated some guy, the real Lambo. Who the real Lambo? You mean to tell me that it's a fake one?
Gloria James is not an ugly woman, but she dates some whack rapper named the real Lambo. You could have probably went and got Dads Are Corrupt. Shit. I mean, you're out there in Miami around that time. Trick Daddy, or even what is this freaking name again?
Flowrider. She got Flowrider.
Shit, but she got that. Like, come on, man. I'm not buying Gloria James with all this innocent that everybody makes her out to be. I'm sorry. Y'all can call me what it was.
It's hard. It's hard in Akron. You got to do what you got to do to survive sometime, man.
I mean, shit. I get it. I'm not knocking her for it. But I'm just saying. But everybody makes it seem like she's like some innocent, like she's just innocent.
I've never really heard so much about it. I just know that's the only thing I heard that Buddy knocked her down. It's like, well, that's never going to be good.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I'm just thinking like Delonte. Yeah, it was Delonte West because I like Delonte West when he was in college. So I was like, so you mean to tell me that while he's over there, you're banging out your son's teammate?
He's like probably like maybe like 3 years older than him.
Right? Come on.
That's just weird. That's just weird.
Come on.
It's just weird.
Richard. Now you know as well as I do. If your sons, when they turn 18 and they bring like a friend of theirs to the female and she looks attractive, you are not going to be like, oh hell yeah, look at that son, he's going to be dabbing up and everything. I know you're
I'm
not
saying
going
get that at my house before somebody get in trouble. It ain't gonna be me. Let's go.
Right.
Get out of it.
It should not know.
You know you bring nobody in the house.
Xavier, I know you're not like that.
Nah.
This is
Gotta get it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, and people are going to be mad at me when I say this about Gloria James. I'm not trying to, because everybody makes it seem like she was just so innocent. And I'm like, I don't know, man. There's too many variables that are just unquestioned.
The variable gets you every time.
Yeah, man. And you know, I have questions that I want answered. And you know, hell, maybe she was just maybe she was just a victim of just a situation. And she gave birth to LeBron, and she's
to the greatest basketball player possibly of all time. Hey, that's a win-win.
Yeah, I mean, it could.
Hey, what? It's gonna sound terrible. It's gonna sound terrible. What if it was a game bang and she just don't know? Hey, you lucked out.
Just don't know.
Whoever it was, good job. You let him stay in the longest. Good job. I mean, what else do you want? You got a billionaire. I gave birth to a billionaire. You don't need your daddy. I was your mama and your daddy. Look what I got you. I got you to the NBA. Let's go. Don't even worry about that.
You know, don't worry about all that.
You here and we made it.
Yeah, and if some, you know, because I always keep thinking about, because I guess the reason why I keep thinking about that is I keep thinking about, remember on Waterboy, after Bobby got married and his dad came around, Bobby, let's go to the league. That's what I keep thinking about with LeBron James.
Why'd you see your eyes right there? Why'd you see your eyes?
I mean, I'm sorry. I keep thinking some man is going to come around and going to say, LeBron, I gave birth to you. I'm your daddy. Your mom kept me away. That's what I keep thinking. No man came around.
Good hit, mama.
I'm sorry. That's why I'm sorry. I know I'm one of this big.
Hey, he's been in the league how long? About 20 years?
Yeah, 20 years.
Hey, let's be real. If it ain't happened yet, it ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. You know.
Hey, so this dude's like, hey man, bro, I went to high school with you. Go sit down. No, you are not my daddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because think about this. Jalen Rose's dad was Jimmy Walker. He was, he was the number one pick, and he really wasn't involved in his son's life. And I'm just thinking, wow, really? You gave, Jimmy, wouldn't you want to just sit there and be involved in your kid's life?
Hey, no. At that time, hey, think about it. You go from little league to middle school and high school. He's starting to get a little hype now, man. Hey, Jalen, he doing all right, man.
Yeah,
man. You been gone all this time. Like your pride coming. Like, now since now I'm doing good, you want to be around now. You want to come around now?
Nah.
That's no. He stayed away like he was probably supposed to. Don't come around now. So now I'm going to high school. I'm going to college. You ain't got to raise me no more.
Right.
No. I needed you when I need you to change my diapers. I need you to feed me.
Right. Ain't that the truth? And And I don't like to really put a lot of my personal business out there, but I'll just say this: I told Kendall that if you ever make it into the league, remember those who really been there for you. Don't settle for anybody who says that you're family, so you got to take care of them. You take, don't feel like you're obligated. You take care of those who if you want to take care of those, take care of people who was there for you from the beginning. And I stand by that shit. He's over here talking about, Dad, if I make you league, I'm going to buy you a house. Like, that's your money. Buy me a peach tea, and we're fine. I don't want him to buy me no house.
I mean, you don't want not really. Your son got 2-3 million. You say, well, I mean, I think I spent about a good 2 million on you raising me. At least give me a boat, truck.
X, you okay over there?
I'm trying to get. I can't see nobody no more.
I can see you. Shit.
Yeah, I see you too.
Yeah. I guess I'm just. I guess that's why I've always just wanted to know about that whole thing about that, because no man has came around, and I'm just thinking maybe there's more to this Gloria James story, but then again, we don't know the situation, and that's
none of our business also. So
it's
we just speculating. We just playing around.
Yeah, it is none of our business, but that is something that was a talking point I've always asked about. Like, maybe she ain't that innocent, because again, she's over there banging Delonte West and the real Lambo.
Stop saying it. You trying to give her out.
We're trying to give her an out. Every time we're trying to give her an out, we just keep coming back in.
I just see him with that nappy hair and everything, man. I was like, dang, man. Him. Who else is on that team then?
Eric Snow.
Yeah, give it to Eric Snow, man. He worked hard. He deserved it.
We talked about the 2007 Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Hold
up. Oh, young faced Eric Snow. That boy didn't have one lick of hair on his face.
No, don't get me started with Eric Snow. I didn't like him.
I kind of liked him though. I liked his grittiness.
He was nice.
I liked him. I liked him because he was a perfect complement with Allen Iverson.
Yeah, he was better with Allen Iverson with the Sixers. That's true.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm looking at this shit right now because they also had I'm looking at 2000. I'm looking at 2007, 2008. Yeah, I'm looking at this shit right now. Let me see.
Was Andrew Varejao there?
Yeah, Anderson Varejao was there.
Oh shit, you go give it to Andrew Varejao.
I mean, the Drunas Ilgauskas and LeBron, they were cool as hell.
That's what I was thinking about, Gauskas. That's what I name it there somewhere.
Boobie Gibson, he was banging what's her name out, Keisha Cole. So no, that wasn't happening. Keisha Cole's too damn ghetto.
Where's he from?
Oh, he was UT. Shit.
Even though he didn't pan out, he was still a horn.
Hey, even Wally Serbiak was in our team.
Wally?
Wally Serbiak was on that team. And I'm trying to see somebody. I'm looking through this right now. I see Devin Brown.
Let's stop this. We try to give her someone to mess with, and we start.
And we're making matters worse. Like, really, like out of all these scrubs over here, really, you could, shoot. You might as well. No, I'm gonna shut up. No, Ben Wallace's wife. I was gonna say, because Ben Wallace was on in 2007, 2018. Ben Wallace's wife would not have played. She would have fucked.
Nah, someone got stabbed.
Have you ever seen his wife? Shit, man. I mean, she looks. Hey, I'm not even gonna lie either. Have y'all seen Savannah James?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She looks like she definitely don't fucking play.
Oh, no. Hey, you got one of the richest black men in the world. Oh no, she keep a pistol on her.
All that. You obviously see that didn't work out.
So what now? To say that again?
I said Rihanna was trying to holler at LeBron. Yeah, that always.
Well,
Hey. Oh, really? She was trying to holler at LeBron?
Yeah.
You be from Barbados, baby. I'm from Akron. I'm gonna get with you.
LeBron got a lot of scandals out right now.
Man, I mean, come on now. I'm pretty sure that he got a good 3 or 4 kids out there somewhere. That ain't in the house.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure Savannah knows about it. You know, just like Jerry sat there and cheated on Jackie Rice, and nobody found out about that until later on down life's road when Brendan Rice is now playing at playing for Colorado. I didn't even know about that.
Wait, so that's a son from a different woman?
Yeah, from a different woman.
Whoa.
Yeah. I didn't know about this until a couple of years ago. So I'm thinking my hero is the clean cut guy, and then a friend of mine, it's the
NFL, man. Come on, there's no one. Hey, Tim Tebow wasn't even clean. Don't even do that.
Hey,
I'm a virgin. I knew you was not a virgin in the NFL. Shut up.
He's up there in Denver getting those snow bunnies up there, going to ask.
You would know he wouldn't. I'm pretty sure he wasn't getting no monies up there. You were getting the black girls up there.
Oh shit! Oh man, I bet you was getting them way up there in Florida. Come on, think about it. He was the man in Florida.
He was getting that in Florida.
Oh, he was getting everybody in Florida.
Shoot.
Puerto Ricans, Haitians.
Shit.
He probably a couple of Asians.
If I say you're going crazy, man.
Oh man, hey, that's why I was kneeling, boy. His knees was hurting when he was doing last night.
You over there talking about that? I'm over here thinking about your boy Phillip Rivers when he was because he pops out kids. Boy, I don't think that
he's gonna run. He's gonna use up all that money, ain't he?
Our money's probably gone already. He's probably
was he at 12 now, something like that?
I think so. Phillip be popping out kids.
I mean, that's at that point you just gotta say you number 11, you number 12. You don't get a name no more. You 11, you 12.
You're just a number. You're just a number. That's just it.
Golly. You Phillip the third. You Phillip the third.
Number 3, come here.
Hey, just like George Foreman.
All your kids named George. So let me see. He has 7 daughters and 2 sons. He has 9 kids.
Okay, but that's still a lot, bro.
That is just way too much, man.
I mean, I got 3 right now, and I'm hurting. Then again, I'm not a millionaire, but still, bro.
Shit, I got 1. Let's go ahead and call this a show right now because again, it looks like we just sitting here talking just to talk.
Hey, that's fun though. Hey, that's the best times though, bro.
Yeah.
Man, Aaron would have loved this, bro.
Yeah, Aaron would have. That's why I wanted everybody in there because when me and him was talking last week, we were just talking sports. Like, man, this controversy thing. This is. You'd want more people in this one, I want to get his insight on that one. That's why, man, I want everyone on this one. But he said they won't be able to make it. But next week, let's be able to talk. Let's get back into talking to sports. Let's talk some college ball. They got some good games coming up this week.
Hey, Sasha, it is 9:13 and OU still sucks, boy.
We're gonna talk the Red River rivalry. We will talk that game.
Oh yeah. Hopefully, I won't be crying. Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, go back and look at my Facebook, bro. This time, lad, when it happened, first half, boy, I was ecstatic. Boy, I was in my driveway. I was cheesing like boys.
I remember.
Boy,
I commented on it.
After the game, I was sitting in the garage, bro.
Yeah, and I was still shocked at that. I was still shocked at that because I remember listening to the game and how old boy came in there and he lit a fire on them, jumped out 28. I think this game's over with. Spencer Rattler sat there and looked pathetic. Then they pulled him and then brought in Williams, and Williams let
and then it was done. and then went to USC. Boy, that's another controversy. Boy, NIL, I like NIL, but it's starting to get a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, that's that's why again I'm not a big fan of the NIL because it's just like free agency. It's like brothers. So hey, you gotta be sure to follow us on all our platforms. Look at Xavier's podcast. Also, this is Anger Manager Sasha, Richard, special guest Xavier. All of our social media will be in the description box. Again, we try to keep the anger down to a minimum. All right, brothers, y'all have a good day today.
Y'all be safe, man. Good weekend. Oh, you sucks.